Oh, go ahead. Hey everybody, welcome. And just a sec while again we do our whole little setup of getting things ready to go. There it goes. Awesome. Oh, I think we got to turn the volume down. Oh, welcome. So Kate and I were actually just sitting here. We're waiting for Kiari to come down. She is actually coming today, but we'll see how this works. Today she is on one. She's kind of a stinker today. And so she's been kind of combative and argumentative, and she's kind of being a butthead. Yeah, a butthead. And here she comes now. I can hear her coming down the stairs. Stomp, 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 stomp. She's so funny. Aw, and Kiari's back. Oh, I was supposed to never mind, Kiari's not back. Not at all. She's not here at all. It's just Kate and I.
Yeah.
So Kate and I are here today. Hang on. We actually need to change our audio here a little bit. Hang on just a sec. Oh, look, it's somebody who's not here. Oh, wait, she's still not here. I wonder if she's ever going to be here.
I know.
Have you seen Kiari?
No.
I haven't seen Kiari.
I saw while I was taking my lab test earlier, but...
How many tests do you have left? Was that it?
I don't know. That's the only one that I've seen so far for this week.
We're almost done. We're in the home stretch, and I think we're all just beat. And I'm so done with the homeschooling crap.
And now the problem comes, what are we doing for videos?
I know. So yeah, Kate and I were just talking. Oh, see, look, it is somebody who's not here. Well, welcome back. What?
I am here.
Oh, you are here? I'm so glad you're here now. We missed you.
Yeah.
Unicorn of the week.
Welcome back.
It's the mommy of the
What's her name?
hippocorn.
Is this one Yuna?
I don't think I've already shown her before.
I don't know.
I might have
I know
shown
we've
her.
talked about a couple Yunas. I forget, how many Yunas do you have?
Like 5.
You know, that's kind of the easy way to name things, right? Because I remember I had a frog.
No, my other one, the other unicorn was the hippocorn.
Oh, okay, hippocorn. Well, that was the baby one, right? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we ran out of names. I was done because, like, we'd had Alabaster, and we'd had, oh, I don't even remember all their names now. But these little frogs, this was way before any of us had kids, or Daddy and I had any kids, so we just had little frogs. We had these little tiny African dwarf frogs, and finally,
real?
Oh yeah, they're just tiny. They're about the size of a quarter. It's a little water frog. They're kind of cool, but I couldn't come up with any more names, so I finally named one frog because I was just like, I don't know what to name him.
Cool.
But yeah,
So
yeah. So this is. Let's see. Let's zoom in on your piece. Why don't you zoom down to this camera, or switch down to this camera?
This one?
Yeah.
With this one.
That one right there. All right, so this is how Kate's piece turned out. It is so stinking cute, you guys. And you might notice that, bless you, we're missing our little cherry topper. Bless you. And we had it, and it was on here until we bent it, and then it broke off. I broke it. So that's okay,
my pieces.
because luckily I have a welder. And that's actually where a welder really comes in to play here, is that, you know, when you have something like this,
thank
then
you for the hearts and puppies and unicorns.
yes. So but yeah, so this is broken off, and we're just gonna weld it back into place. So we'll do that a little bit later. For now, we are getting ready to do some of the different things here. So okay, Kiari, they are telling you welcome back.
Should I turn it back?
Yeah, go ahead and turn it back. Yeah, so actually go to this middle one. Go to the middle camera, the one that has this, because somebody, ML, is asking about the copper brooch on my apron. Yeah, so this was made by a friend of mine. It's enamel. And enamel and copper. It's a tab set piece that she did. So we have a guild here in the Salt Lake City area, a jewelry guild, and we did a challenge where we did a pin swap at our Christmas program. And so that's what this was from. This is her pin that she did. And it was absolutely beautiful. So it's enamel, and she's just done a gorgeous job on it. So I figured, you know what, it should be worn so everybody can see it, because I don't really wear pins a lot otherwise. But I do, whenever I get pins, I stick them on my aprons. So you might notice as I wear different aprons, you'll notice different pins on those. I have 3 aprons that my mom made for me that have my name and stuff on it. So they get swapped out, but yeah, this one has been my filming one for lately.
One of them was like Kiss the
Metalsmith. I have a bunch of aprons that say Kiss the Metalsmith. They're denim, so it's a cotton denim. If anyone is interested, I think I probably have 10 of them, and they're $25, and they're all different colors, but they all say Kiss the Metalsmith. It's kind of fun. They're kind of cute.
Like the writing is all different.
What's that?
The writing is different color.
Yeah, the writing for the Kiss the Metalsmith part is all different colors. So if anybody wants that. But yeah, Marianne, you're watching the lentil bead instruction, huh? That one's actually kind of a fun one. We're going to be making some more metal beads coming up too, because in that video I showed how to make the lentil bead where we soldered it, but I'm also going to show where we can rivet it so that it's a cold connection. So if you don't want to do the soldering part of that or anything like that, so that is something that we will discuss and talk about later. Yes?
Can I wear your watch?
No, you cannot wear my watch. Why do you want to wear my watch? It's too big for you anyway.
No.
Dingling.
I've worn it before.
Oh yeah?
We can figure it out.
Anyway, okay, so the next part that we need to kind of discuss and talk about, Kiari, is we need to start working on Kiari's piece now that she is back.
Drum roll, please. The rainbow.
Drum roll.
Number 5.
Number 5, the rainbow. Yes, and
Everybody
so
wanted the rainbow.
yep, I have some ideas on how we can make the rainbow. But then the other thing that we need to kind of figure out, school ends this week. Yay! So excited. But summer starts, and that means our summer schedule starts, which is full of taekwondo and gymnastics.
Oh.
You have summer packets.
Yeah.
We
I
have
hate
bike
summer
rides. So we have a lot of different things. So we're trying to figure out.
Fun part.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out, you know, do we keep the video going every day during the summer as well?
Or do we take it down to like 1 or 2 days?
Yeah, 1 or 2 a week or something like that.
Or-
because you know what, I will tell you, it gets to the point where it's like, what's for dinner tonight?
Actually-
Well, then we sit here and go, what should we film today? And what should we film today? I mean, a lot of times we decide like right before we turn the cameras on. So sometimes we know what we're doing, and sometimes we have no clue. What? You forgot what you were gonna say. Were you gonna say something?
Oh, wait,
No.
I remember.
What?
Next week we should probably take a break from doing the videos.
Oh, we should take a break next week. So Kiari actually did not want to she did not want to do the video at all today.
Because my head was hurting and then I'm just tired of doing the videos. Like I'm not
I think
tired
somebody's
of the
burned
videos.
out.
I just didn't want to do the video today for some reason.
You didn't want to do the video?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to. If you don't want to do your rainbow, Kate and I have another
Because
project we'll
whenever
do.
we do the videos, it's just like I'm always tired.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like, ooh, I want to do it. And now
The
I'm
novelty's worn off.
Now I'm just like, eh.
So anyway, are we going to do your rainbow today, or am I going to work on the other project?
Rainbow.
The rainbow. Okay. So I have a couple of ideas on the rainbow that we should
I didn't actually know you could give it colors. But when I do the cupcake, I might make the wrapper blue when we do the cupcake.
You make your wrapper blue? Yeah. So you want to do it like we just did Kate's?
That's when we go to the cupcake.
That cupcake was pretty involved. I think I counted, and there's over 20 joins on that cupcake. That's pretty complex.
Well, no, I didn't. Like, I tried making it swirly like hers is.
Oh, you wanted to make
Kind
it,
of.
well, yeah.
Yeah, like, because you know how they like do
Yeah, they
this?
do the swirl on the frosting.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
let's
it's
take a
supposed
look
to look
here at the rainbow that you have. Okay. So, and I know you said that this is a wonky rainbow and you don't want it to be wonky, and that's fine because we can do a couple different things on
It's
this.
just I did my best.
So here's what I'm thinking. I have a large disc cutter.
This one is big and the two on the side are small.
Well, but you know what? Let me propose even another option, Kiari. So let's say let's see, where is this? I want to make sure we get this on the camera here. But let's say, you know, we've got your rainbow here. Okay, mine's kind of wonky too. And what we can do, well, not as bad, but that's because I'm a little bit more.
That's what I...
Okay, so let's say we do it like this, okay? And what you can do is you can pick 3 different colors of the paints that we have, and you can paint those in. But look, right now you've got your stones here at the top of this rainbow.
I was thinking...
But listen, what if we do something like this? Where they kind of go upwards. You know what I mean? And if you really wanted to, we could do 3 more over here. And then here's another thing that you could do. Like you could put one color here, but have it fade to another color. Okay? Or right here, and you fade this one into another color.
Yeah, because then we could probably fit the whole rainbow on there.
Well, I don't think I have all the colors of the rainbow.
What colors do you have? Do you have pink?
No, but you know what? We could go, listen, we could go, I do have purple. We could go to Michael's and we could see what colors they have that we don't have.
Because I would at least want to do pink and purple and maybe red.
No, but here's the thing, and somebody asked yesterday, and I do not know the answer to it. Somebody asked yesterday if you could mix colors. So I do have red and I do have white, but they're not metallic. But maybe we could mix it with some silver or something. I don't know.
Oh, if you have
like, we'll have to kind of play with that a little bit.
If you have white and red.
Hey, guess who's on? My friend Andrew Barry.
Who is that?
Andrew Barry he's in the UK. He also does a lot of videos as well. Speaking of Andrew, you should put your information in. Andrew is going to do a 12-hour live session on Saturday. So that's a long session. And so he has a whole bunch of giveaways and everything.
Is it from 12 p.m. to midnight or midnight to 12?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he goes from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I don't know that he's going to start at midnight. But Andrew is about, I think you're about 8 hours different or something, 6 or 8 hours different from us.
Does that mean he's behind? Or?
No, he's ahead of us. So he'll probably start while we're still sleeping. But that means when we wake up, we could hop on and we could say hi to Andrew. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, okay, so Andrew, it's 9 p.m. there right now. So yeah, and it's almost 2, so he's 7 hours different than us.
Ooh, that was a pretty butterfly, it was red.
Yeah, so you guys, make sure you kind of put that on your calendar. Stop it. Yeah, so put that on your calendar and then we can go and watch Andrew's stuff on Saturday. So that'll be kind of fun. Yeah, that'll be a lot of good fun. All right, so what we can do, and I don't know, have any of you guys used these Testors paints? So it's like, they're these little paints. They're the model paints. Has anybody ever taken these?
Oh, you have purple.
I do have purple. That's what I said. I have purple.
I thought you said you didn't have purple.
No, but I don't have pink. That's blue.
Oh, that's pretty.
So, have any of you guys taken these and mixed them together to create different colors? I mean, if you have, that's great. I would like to know. If not, then we'll experiment and see kind of what happens.
Are they like paint or are they like food coloring where it just drips out?
No, they're paints. They're paints, but they are very liquidy like the food coloring.
Yeah, but like if you squeeze it, it would come out.
You can't squeeze
Maybe,
it
yeah, these you can't squeeze.
Like, no, like if you have it upside down, it'll just drip out.
Oh, all of it would drip out.
Yeah, so Andrew, what time are you starting there in the UK with your broadcast? So let us know that, and then we'll kind of let people know. So anyway, oh, and then another question that people had on this, hang on just a second, Carrie. So another question that people had on the cupcake was, how did we get this to be transparent?
What's that mean?
Transparent means where it's a little bit see-through. So you see how, like right here, it's really dark along the creases and edges, but on these parts, it's a little bit...
Spread it out.
Yeah, so we just put it on really thin. So 2 a.m. my time is when you're going to start. Thank you.
Top on at 2 a.m. I wouldn't be able to.
Dude, I might still be awake.
I have a
Holy
bike
cow.
ride. I have a bike ride at 7.
Nice.
Or at 8.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not awake. I hope I'm asleep.
I might be awake.
All right, yes, and I'm in mountain time, so if that helps you guys, so 2 a.m. mountain time. But anyway, so yeah, so because we just put on a thin coat of this, it did that little transparency. Now, there is a metallic copper, hang on, and a metallic gold color that we've also used, and those are not transparent in any way, shape, or form. I mean, they just are opaque.
Is this solder?
That is solder.
I thought it was because I
So,
said
yep, I was going to ask you.
red
So,
hard?
red is not hard. What color is solder?
should be
Red solder in
hard
ours.
Because red is like either you're mad or it means stop.
Yeah, it could be. So this is medium solder in my studio.
Red should mean that it's hard because when you're mad, something could be hard and you get really angry. Like Daddy threw his helmet and broke it because
Oh,
it
that's
was like
funny,
too
huh?
late to go on bike.
Yeah. So
You're like,
Kate, they like your
"It'll be all right."
they like your cupcake, sweetie.
And then Daddy got away
So,
one.
and those of you guys that are just joining us on this cupcake, Kate did about 98% of this. Like, she did the soldering, she did the stone setting. I helped her shape the one wire, but the rest of it Kate did. And Kate's 13 and awesome, huh? So, yep. Okay, you're on one today, dude.
What?
Okay,
What do you mean by
so
on one?
you're just being a
On
dingling.
task?
You're actually not on task. Okay, so come back to our rainbow here. Stop. So coming back to our rainbow, what do you think about this idea where we mix the colors and maybe we do a couple of different types of stones? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they don't hear your head shaking, do you?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, Kiari. I have a large disc cutter, a 2-inch disc cutter, and we'll have to use.
Cutter?
You remember, like we punched out the holes?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it,
But mine is really, really big. It's 2 inches. So I'm thinking,
over, or
no,
is
we
it
have to use it at the hydraulic press. So,
the hydraulic?
no, the hydraulic press is the purple and the pink one over there in the corner. So I'm thinking that what we should do is take some metal. We'll do it in copper. Do you want to do it in copper or do you want to do it in silver? We can do either one. You want to do silver? I think we should do silver because that way then if we have the paints and they're kind of transparent, then it'll show through that way.
And it'll be kind of shiny.
Yes. Yeah. So Andrew,
Sparkles on your eyes right here.
I don't know. But Andrew, you know what? Kiari has been doing a bunch of work too. So
Type of work.
this is one of Kiari's pieces. You know, so she did the tube setting, she did the bezel. And Kiari, how old are you? 5?
9.
9.
I thought she was like 4.
No. There, now you got it in there. You're 9 years old. So it's kind of fun. It's been fun to teach the girls.
9.
All right. So what we need to do is let's go over. We'll do it in silver. We're going to cut out the 2-inch disc, okay? And then we can also decide if we're going to use another disc cutter to cut out that little inside for the bottom part of the rainbow, or we can do that with a jeweler's saw. Okay, so you know what, let me get the phone set up so that we can go over to the hydraulic press, and we will just take the camera over with us there. So give me just 1 second, everybody.
You want me to unplug this then?
Unplug what? Yeah, so why don't you unplug that?
Or a
Yes.
kitty thing that the kitty tastes.
Really?
Okay, I'll hold it.
Okay, so almost there. So it just takes a second for me to get it set up so that it'll talk to my Sling Studio. And there we are. And what we need to do.
Just make sure you show it to Mommy though.
Okay, I think we've got this. Okay, I think we got this. So let's switch over to the bottom camera. All right, so let's come over this way. Don't look at my messy studio. Well, you can, but you know. All right, so Kiari, come on over here, baby. All right, so because I did not know which she was going to choose, I do have silver. Well, this is 18 gauge. We're going to go a little thinner than 18 gauge here. All right, so there's what we cut our cupcake out of, and I believe that that is, okay, go ahead and set that down. Thank you. I believe that this was 0.8 millimeters, which is 20 gauge that we're going to be using. So this is the disc cutter. This is our 1 3/4 inch. Let's do, you know what, we're gonna do a bigger one.
This is red and white.
Yep. Here, Kate, you wanna hold this? You got that?
I'll hold the
Okay, so when we work with these, I have 3 of these really large disc cutters. Okay, they're the old style ones. They're from Pepe Tools. They don't even make these anymore. But what I have is, you know, whenever you've got these really large ones, you want to use
I found these.
you want to use the hydraulic press. So sorry guys, we're trying to keep up with the with all the comments too. So
In fact, just record the
show the lag that's on it. Here, Kate, I need you to hold this, and what I want you to do is keep it right here so that I can show. Let's move this up here.
right here.
Yeah, so we want to see this, okay? So what we do with this one, because it is so large, we want to have the pressure be uniform, and it's harder to do with a hammer. So you want to have a lot of pressure. We're going to use then the disc cutter. So like I said, we're going to use the 2-inch here, and I'm just going to make sure that we've got a nice piece in there.
Supposed to be using the cupcake thing?
Okay, scoot back. No, because that was for Kate's cupcake. Scoot back. We're going to do here, Kate, on the hydraulic press. So let me move some of these spacers out of here.
So you're not gonna. Oh right, we're not making a cupcake.
We are not making a cupcake. You are correct. Let's see.
Just Kate made a cupcake, and there's a cupcake right there. So I forgot.
What's that?
It's so blown out. It's the light.
Oh, is it all blown out? So what you can do for that, Kate, is you.
right here.
Okay, that's good. So what we need to do is we want to center this in here, and I just moved that. So let me double check now, make sure we're still in there. We're good. All right, so Kiari, because this is your piece, you have to do this part.
What do
So
you do?
I want you to just kind of pump this up,
Okay.
and what's going to happen? Nope, come all the way up and down, up and down.
Oh,
So you actually want to go all the way up and down. Yep, there you go. Okay, and keep going. Go a little faster. There you go. Good. And so what we're going to watch here, keep going. Because, and it's not going to take a ton of pressure, so you're not going to have to do a whole lot of pressure on this. Yep, go ahead and keep coming. There you go. Now it started to pop, but it's not all the way through. Keep going. Keep going some more. There it goes. So now that actually went through our metal, but we're going to keep going just a little bit more. Hold on. You're going to do it until it stops. Okay? And you'll feel when it stops. Okay? Keep going. A little bit more. And I think you should, okay, I think you're done. Yeah, you're done right there. All right, so then we're gonna release our pressure, brings it down.
Whoa.
Kind of fun, huh?
Cool.
All right, so now, look. Oh no, it did move, but that's okay because we're only gonna use half of this anyway. And really, you know, realistically, we could have just...
How did it move?
It just bumped it. But look, realistically, we could have done that. Because that way then we would have had...
Probably would have been a bit better.
That's okay.
And it would save more metal.
But you know what? We're going to be using this metal anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so we always put our tools back. Well, we try to, not always. Sometimes I'm good at it and sometimes I am not.
There you are.
Am I there? Okay. All right, so let's go back over to the bench.
Well, let's just do that.
Okay. Oh, you totally stole my chair.
Okay.
All right, you got it? Thank you. All right, so this is how we make this setup portable because everything else is mounted. So, okay, stop.
Did everything mounted?
All right, so Tom, you were saying that the cutters are nice size for conchos. Yes, and a matter of fact, my friend Jim Brandvik, you can just turn off the phone and it'll...
Show them that everything's mounted.
Yeah, if you want. All right, so don't do it too fast. Kate wants to show you what our setup looks like here, so hang on. So yeah, so she's just showing you, I have the 3 cameras here. I did have a 4th camera, but it's over here on a tripod right now. And I've done that so that we can look at some of the other things. Like when we were working on the welder and stuff like that, we worked with that camera.
A light.
Yeah, we have the big old light.
Another camera, but it's gone.
Yeah, that's the one that's up there. So yeah, so it's a little bit of a setup for sure. So yeah, but Tom, I was saying that Jim Brandvik actually makes some really cool concho stuff, and that is one of the things that's on my list to teach the girls. So he has pancake dies, impression dies.
You have pancake dies. I don't know what impression dies are.
An impression die is one that actually allows you to press a shape into something. So we'll be doing some of those things, and then you put it into a little concho maker, which will dome it after you've got it all shaped and everything. So there's some pretty cool things that we have there that'll be coming up soon. Let me zoom out just a little bit here, and we're gonna come over to this camera. All right.
I like this piece.
Yeah, I like this. So ML, you said that you like the copper frame. I really like this setup. It's been kind of nice, but it makes it difficult when I've got large equipment on the other side of the studio that I don't really get to. All right, so Kiari, we need to make a rainbow. Okay, thank you. We'll talk about that in a little bit too though. All right, so what I need here is we need to figure out how big do we want to make this rainbow. Okay, so
I don't know.
What do you think about that size? If we came in here and we did
Sure.
like that, right there, like that.
That's good.
So it's a little bit more than half. So our rainbow starts to come back down and in a little bit. Okay, and then what we can do is we can come in here, you know, if we want, do you want a big fat rainbow, or do you want like,
Rainbow?
well yeah, like we could do like a big fat rainbow like this, right? And I don't know that you guys can see this. Andrew, are you giving away a rolling mill? Apparently Tom wants that. So we can either do a big fat rainbow, or we could make this and bring it up just a little bit more.
Big fat one?
You want to do a big fat one?
No, well, like I'm gonna use.
Well, either way, we are still going to have it. We are still going to have quite a bit of stuff here.
Is this the part that you're gonna get out?
Yes, yeah, this is the
Yeah, I
part we
think
would cut out.
that's
You want to cut out this part up
Yeah,
here?
I think that's a good part.
Okay,
The second.
so the second one?
Thing that-
Okay, so she's saying that maybe what she's liking. I know, give me just a sec. All right, that Sharpie doesn't work. Yep, give me a different one. Oh, that's not a Sharpie.
I thought it was.
Okay, so we're talking like
I thought
something
it was a Sharpie.
like this. You like that as a rainbow? Well, no, you can't take it away from him. Look at you. Have to leave it.
It just might need to be over here.
Well, yeah. No, this is just kind of a.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not totally.
Yeah, look.
But you like that look, right?
Yeah. This is a bit smaller than over here, so like we would probably need to scoot that over.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, we could scoot that over. That's
Okay.
not a problem.
Okay.
I just drew it on there just so that we could get an
We
idea.
can make 2 rainbows maybe. This one would be really small though.
Yeah.
Oh, it almost looks like a
That's okay.
Pokemon ball. Doesn't it?
I guess it does kind of look like a Pokemon ball.
There needs to be, it needs to finish over here and then it'll look like it.
Well, then maybe we should just cut out a circle there and make it a Pokemon ball instead of a rainbow. What do you think? You want a Pokemon ball?
That's funny.
That is kind of funny. Okay, so then another thing that you need to consider or think about is how are you going to hang this as a necklace? Okay.
Make a little dot.
You want to just do one up there. Here's what I think maybe you should do or think about. So let's come back down to this camera. See if I've got any jump rings in here. So what if we were to take, come on.
Here's your Pokeball and your Pokemon.
There you go. Hang on. So anyway, so these aren't real, like what we would use. But I think that if you did something like this, where you put a couple of jump rings like that. Kiari, are you watching? So if you put a couple jump rings like that, then you could have, you know, and we could just kind of have the chain come off like that.
Yeah, or you can make a rainbow bracelet.
A rainbow bracelet?
Yeah, bracelet.
I think this would be too big for a bracelet for you.
Me too.
Yeah, we would have to make a really small rainbow one for a bracelet for you. Okay, so if that's where we kind of like,
Tweezers.
they're put away for right now.
Now we have Pokemon and Pokeball.
So Kate has made, is this a Pokeball?
Yep, that's
But isn't a Pokeball supposed to have like a circle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we got.
And then a Pokemon. So these are, Kate made these. Kate made
bored
those.
one day, and I completely altered a tiny pattern, so it looks
Here you go.
really weird.
Well, I think that looks pretty cool. All right, so Kate's getting into all kinds of craftsy stuff. Huh, you're getting all craftsy and everything like that.
I need you to give it back to me.
Okay, so what we need to do then to start on this is I think we need to go back over to the shear, and we need to cut this right here so that we've got a nice flat spot.
Okay.
And then
I'll hold the iPad.
okay, and then we need to measure like how far across it is, and then how big we want that little circle part,
Yeah,
so we can cut that section out.
We could probably move this over like that much.
Okay, we can, yeah, well, we can definitely figure that out. I know, Louise, isn't it, Kate amazes me. Like I said before, you know, I did not grow up craftsy or creative or anything like that. It was just never a part of my growing up. My mom is very talented. You know, she used to do interior design and custom window coverings, and very, very creative with how she made things and everything like that. But it was nothing that ever appealed to me.
Like if we did.
And nor did, okay, hang on just a second, nor did I ever really kind of consider that. So to me, growing up, you know, creativity, drawing, art, thinking in terms of any of this was never a part of anything. I'm kind of envious of my girls that they have me for a mom, because, you know, they get to do all of these things.
You're awesome.
Thanks. You're covering up the mic now. But anyway, but I mean, it's kind of amazing. And as we've done this, I mean, in the last 7 weeks, I think you guys have been home 7 weeks. Like today is day, what did we say? Today's day 46? 46. Yeah, in 46 sessions, like these girls have made spinner rings, they've made
Like
bezels, they've made tubes, they've done riveting, they've done soldering,
Like we
and
can
it's
move
just
over
amazing
that
to me.
a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. Honey, we'll figure it out. It's okay. Kiari is being very exacting. Louise, you know, I think that they're lucky. You know, I mean, who has access to all of this?
Me?
I know, other than you guys. Yeah, you guys have access to all of this. Okay, so Kiari, I think, yes.
Somebody else with jewelry has access to doing it.
Very few people have access to the kinds of tools that I have.
Oh, the kind of tool.
Yes,
Well,
even
you're
all the people that are doing all of this.
Tool queen. People pay you to give you tools.
I know. So you know what, you guys, we have to do videos next week. We cannot take next week off. Do you know why?
Why?
Because next week I was supposed to be in Las Vegas at JCK doing all kinds of fun jewelry stuff.
Las Vegas.
Yes, you
You know what?
did.
If the quarantine was gone, she wouldn't even be able to do videos next
That's
week.
totally true. I wouldn't. Yeah, and matter of fact, Andrew and Louise, I was supposed to be with you guys next week. I was really excited, and I was really excited to meet you, Louise.
Well,
so
maybe they should
hopefully,
just come and visit us.
stop. Okay, listen. Are we gonna be off task? Okay, listen. Okay, hold up. Look at me.
I know.
No, look at me for a sec. You have a choice. You can either be on task and we can work on this rainbow. You need to calm down.
Too much energy.
Or I will do a different project with Kate and you can go run around.
What's the point if we already made it?
Well, we've only started it. I know how to start multiple projects. I have that ability and talent. What is your choice?
Stay.
Okay, then
What about you guys? What's your choice?
Yeah, do you want her to stay or go?
No, no. What do no, I didn't say that. Do you guys want to stay or go?
Okay, I'll adopt everybody. Come on over.
Yeah.
I have 4 more jewelers benches. We've got plenty.
If you were supposed to go see them, why don't they just come down here and they could be part of our lives again?
Well, they do live in Wales. It's a little bit of a trek.
Wait, what?
Well, they'd have to be adjacent
How
to
do
it
they
anyway.
live in
Yeah.
Wales?
Well, yeah, but nobody can get into here. No, not Wales. Okay, Wales is in England.
Oh, I heard they live in
Are they not allowed
Wales.
to?
They do. WALES, not
No,
WHALES.
I was thinking of the animal wheel.
Yes,
and
I know.
What?
Are they not allowed to leave there?
They are not allowed to leave yet. Nobody's allowed to really go anywhere.
You guys out.
You to smuggle. So, Louise, Andrew, get packed up. Kate's coming to smuggle you out.
I will
And hey, we can do your live videos here because obviously we are set up for that.
Still don't know how to finish the teleporting machine though.
Well, you need to get going on that teleport machine. Look, Louise sent you a whale, Kiari. Let us know how that is. Have you run into Pinocchio lately? How about Geppetto? Okay, so let's go over. Kate, I want you to
We ran into a whale.
yes. Yeah, go ahead and let's switch over to this. So, no, it's okay. It just took a second for it to here. I want you to take this. Okay, and I want you.
I'll take it.
You gonna bring the iPad? Okay. So Kate's in her pajamas today.
That's not true. I'm not completely in pajamas. I'm in a normal top.
All right, so this is a 12-inch shear, and right now Pepe does not make them, but Durston has a fantastic one that they have recently come out with. So Kate, I've showed her before how to line up our piece in here.
I was gonna do that.
You want to come do this? Hang on, wait. So we want to close this down to hold it into place.
Yeah.
Kate, well, hang on. Just a second. Let Kate see if it's lined up properly. So
Like it's a
it looks like you're a little bit off, but you want to know what? It'll be okay. So Kiari, come pull the handle.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Do you want me to fix it, or do you think it's okay?
Let's go ahead and fix it.
I'm just gonna.
So this one's a little bit harder to adjust. So if you come over on this side underneath, you will be able to kind of move it. And then once you get it into place, then I put the little bar down. That's a much better fit.
Okay, Kiara.
Okay, so hopefully you guys saw what we were looking at. We were just trying to line up that cutting edge with the blades. Hurry, Kiara, come pull this handle.
What's I'll do it.
Okay.
So yep, pull it hard.
Dude.
Good job.
That was easy.
That was easy. Okay, so hand me the handle back.
That was
Okay.
really lined up.
Now, go ahead and release that. And then to push it out, a lot of times what I'll do, because we're kind of into this, where is it? There it is. There you go. I just use another piece of metal to push that out. Okay?
Now we've got our half Pokeball.
Now we have half a Pokeball
Can I cut this?
and the rainbow. What is it?
got an open
Is it copper? Sure, you can have it.
Got an open Pokeball.
Okay.
Yes. All right, let's go back over.
Actually, I
Where'd
can't.
our Pokemon go?
Kiari, bring the iPad.
Can I cut this?
No. That's 18 gauge. That's
Oh.
thick. That's 1 millimeter. Come on, bring the iPad. Let's come back. All right. See, look, we have plenty of room, and normally it's cleaner than that.
I think.
Well, not really, but you know, I like to think it is. So let's come back to this. Kiari, bring it back.
I did it so you wouldn't.
On the video, okay.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about the shakiness.
That's not my toy.
Okay.
And my blink.
All right, so we're back over here now. So Kiara, come on. What we need to do now is you need to decide, and we can actually do this next section with a disc cutter. Okay, thank you. So let me go grab the disc cutter, and what you need to do is we're gonna have to decide how big you want this little arch, okay? Let me go grab the disc cutter. Sit right here, please. Oh man, you guys, Kiari is on one today for sure. Holy cow.
No.
All right, Kiari. Okay, dude, you gotta, Kiari, you either need to calm it down or you can leave and go run around. What is your choice? Move, please. Please move. Thank you.
Should I go run around?
It's up to you, but if you leave, we're not doing your project today. We will work on Kate's.
But it would only be for a minute.
Nope.
It would
Either
only be for a second.
you're either here or you can be done. Those are your
Kate
choices.
runs around and doesn't get to do her project too.
Okay, so I think what we should do here, and Kate, why don't you switch this over to, yeah, that's fine. We can go there for now. So here's what I think we should do, Kiari. I think we should use the 1-inch disc cutter. Now I'm gonna shim on the other side.
Smash it
You're gonna smash it?
with the hammer
Okay.
to get all my energy out.
To get all your energy out, huh? Okay, so I think what we need to do here though is we need to figure out how wide our piece is first, okay? Now, this is just a little over 5 centimeters, which is,
That squiggle.
okay, now hang on though. If we have 50 millimeters, what is half of 50? Do you know?
It's an odd number.
It is an odd number.
It's 20 or 30.
It's not 20 or 30. It's right in between 20 and 30.
Oh, 23? Or no, 32?
No.
32, 32?
Not 23 or 32. Kate, what?
25.
You know, because 23 is half of 50. Yep. Or 32. It's one of those two.
No,
Okay, so what is half of 50? Think about it. If you have 100.
35.
No.
25, I mean.
25. Okay, so you're so
Oh, it's a taco. Oh,
Kiari, stop. Okay, so 25 is our halfway spot, right?
yes.
So we'll put right here a little mark. Oh man, I picked up the wrong Sharpie.
Again.
Yes, what happened?
here.
Thank you.
We don't just toss this one.
Yeah.
We should try.
Well,
here.
it works, just not on metal.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, so why do we want to find the halfway point on that?
That way you know.
So we know where the center is, right?
Yeah.
So if we pull this into here,
That
and
is
I know that you guys can't really see this here, sorry. But if I pull this into here, and let's come in about this way, and what I want to do is I want to get that little point centered. So this is now, hopefully you guys can see that, what we're looking at. So obviously we're not cutting out a full disc, and I want that little line to be in the center. Okay, and just to make sure that I'm centered from here to here. All right, so Kiari, you ready for this? So remember, anytime you guys use a disc cutter, you just want to lubricate that cutting edge. Yeah, we just want to lubricate that cutting edge.
What if you don't lubricate?
There are no teeth on that.
What happens if you don't?
Okay, good question.
Eat it. That's what Kate said.
So what happens if we don't lubricate? Nothing is really going to happen bad.
It'll just make a dent.
Well, your cutter can dull, for one, you know, so we lubricate it so that it helps keep it sharp, but it also makes it so that it's easier for it to go through the disc cutter itself and gives us a cleaner cut.
But if it has no teeth, how did you get that white stuff on there?
Oh, no, because it just rubs on. It just rubs on. But I mean, like, I could do that even with a pen. See that? Because this is a wax. Feel it. And then rub it in your fingers. It's just a wax. Yeah, it's a wax.
Yeah, that is a wax.
And it just helps. A whack?
Yeah.
It's definitely not a whack.
I didn't say a wax.
Okay, here you go. But I do need you to whack this. So that we have a 1 pound hammer that we're going to use. We're using the brass end on this. This is the stamping hammer from Bill Fritz.
No, I'm just
Good, stand up. Okay. So yes, so go ahead and give that a nice whack. Okay. Now you need to be more careful because pay attention to where you're hitting, right? There you go. And again. You want some help? Okay, stop. There you go. Good job.
Love zip ties.
And we got zip ties falling off.
Again.
And look, there is your rainbow. What do you think?
This is a good fidget toy.
So look, there's our rainbow. What do you think about that?
It's broken.
That's okay.
You broke it.
I probably cut it. All right, so Kiari, what do you think about your rainbow? You like that? Yeah? Okay, nobody can hear your head
Smash.
wobble.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, no. All right, so the next thing then that we need to do is what? What do we need to do to this to actually make it look like a rainbow?
Ooh, you need to put lines.
Okay, how are we going to do the lines? We have a couple of options.
Should we use silver or not silver?
Ooh, you know what? You could. So you want to solder them on, is that what you're saying? Or what do you want to do?
Oh yeah, solder.
Okay.
That's how you get them on, because you don't use glue.
Correct.
Else it will fall out and it will be a disaster.
Well, you think so? A disaster, huh? They can't even see you. Nice try.
Nope.
Okay.
Because it will fall out and it will be a disaster.
You're being a disaster today. Holy cow.
Yes.
All right. Kate is a very good assistant today, isn't she? She's very helpful. Okay. You know what? This is your last warning. What is your choice? This is your last warning. How can you possibly be bored? We're working on your piece. All right. Well, Kate, then should we do a box pendant?
But we already started on it.
We did
can't
start.
stop.
We can pause.
Then I need you
No.
to pull it together.
Okay.
Got it?
Don't pinch my chin.
I will pinch your chin. Okay.
But don't.
So listen to me, dude.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
What?
I'm really done. So you can either join me or you can stop.
I'm joining you.
Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do then is we need to get our wires ready to solder onto this if that's what you want. Do you want to do silver wire or copper wire?
Silver.
You want to use silver wire?
Because we could probably paint the silver thing.
Well, no, because I would say that if you're going to put silver wire on this, I would not paint over the wire. Okay?
What
And
about copper?
I would not paint over the copper wire either.
You wouldn't paint over the
I'm
wire.
gonna put this away.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yes? She's doing the dirty work. Take care of your stuff. Okay. So we are going to use 1 millimeter wire. What is 1 millimeter wire? Gauge wise.
18.
It is 18 gauge. Good. See, if we keep reminding ourselves, we'll remember it as we get going on this, right? So what we need to do now then is we need to cut off our pieces and then we need to get them shaped so that we can get those soldered into place.
That would be all of them.
Oh, all of it is like 3 millimeters. It's a nice little stack, huh? Kiara, come on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a couple of pieces that are about 2 to 3 inches. And then we're gonna have to figure out how to shape these so that they fit onto
Here we go.
our rainbow. And these will we'll want to have like the hummingbirds or the will holds or something like that on there. So 3 millimeters, yep. Do you know what gauge 3 millimeters is? I don't either. I know that 4 millimeters, let's see, 4 millimeters is 6 gauge. It's pretty thick. All right.
That's how big the lid is.
Nice. Okay, Kiara, come on, I'm ready for you. Let's go.
2.853 inches.
Anybody want to buy a 9-year-old? An ADHD 9-year-old? I will probably give you a really good deal. I might only charge you enough to pay for the new fridge we're gonna get. That could be. That's a good trade. A fridge for Kiari. What do you think?
Only on the days that she's a butthead.
So you want her back on the day she's not a butthead?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Come here, Kiari. Come here. Okay, so we have to shape this. Kiari, come on now. And here's what I'm thinking. So whenever I need to shape this, let's come back down to this camera. So there's already a natural arc to our wire because it was in a coil. But obviously it's not what we need. So what I begin to do is I start to look around my bench and I look for cylinders. You know, and I look, okay, well, can some of these be something?
Cylinders.
Oh, please, you know what a cylinder is?
The round things?
Yes.
I thought you meant like something like
Because I mean,
this.
like, if you wrapped it around that obviously doesn't work, right?
That's
You
a
wrap it
square.
around the lid.
You're right, it is a square. Or, in this case, kind of a cube. Okay?
Wrap it around the lid.
Yeah, you could wrap it around the lid. You could do that. Yeah, so I mean, like if I needed something that was a little smaller. So what I do is I start to look around my studio and I look for all of these different things that are a cylindrical shape and say, okay, well, is it going to give me the right kind of arc? This would not work. Why would this not work?
It's not strong.
Exactly. And it's not solid. I mean, this one happens to have like 3 layers in it.
You
So it just
Right?
fall apart.
Nope, this would not work either. Why would this not work?
Soft.
Too soft.
I know, we-
Okay.
So the thing with some of them is they would just fall apart.
So what we're going to do.
I wanted to see what she was doing.
Yeah, I know, but you need to be here doing this. All right. So, Kate.
Use one of these.
Well, okay. So this is again another thing, but I think we have enough stuff here. Okay. So I think we've got enough stuff here. So again, I just look around the studio and see what I have available. It's not that I have to have a certain mandrel or a tool or anything like that, because all we're going to do is start to bend this. All right, so Kiari, let's come down to this camera here. Let's say that we should try this one. Okay, what I want you to do,
That might be too big.
it might be, but it might not be too, because we need one side that's a little bit larger and one side that's a little bit less, right? So what I would do is I would just come onto here and bend this around and test it out. What do you think? That's actually pretty darn
When I was
close.
biting this out, one of the pieces that wasn't crunched down all the way went to my wiggly tooth.
Your wiggly tooth? Wow.
And then I bit.
Okay,
and then it's
now-
ow.
Do you think we would be able to use this container again for the next wire? I probably wouldn't. I would go a little bit tighter. But see, I think if we go like this small, I think that might be too small. So we need something that's a little bit narrower, like this. Okay, so why don't you do this one?
Or
Come here.
this, or this.
Oh, that's still too small, honey.
Even smaller than
Yeah.
one.
So here.
Definitely smaller.
Okay, I want you to try this. So do what I just showed you, but do it over here so that they can see. There you go. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, that's totally fine. It's just the lubricant. Yep, so just bend it down and around. And you want to take it all the way. Okay, so you want to get those ends bent around as well. Good. Okay, so go ahead and take that off. Maria, you're never late. Welcome to our show. All right, see, and I think but see, we're still a little bit large. So now we need to find something that's a little smaller than this.
We've been doing this for 51 minutes.
That's okay. She's at least here. We're just glad she's here.
That's better than not being
Okay, so
here.
we need to find something that's a little bit less. This one is a little less. Even though it already has wire on it, we can still use it to kind of decrease our arc.
That's
right?
better.
You like that better? Yeah, that's much better, I think.
We just need to trim the ends a little bit.
We do, but you know what? I'm not going to trim the ends. What?
Should we move that up?
Yeah, we can move these. Yeah, we can move those however we need. Maria, yes, Kate and Kiari are both back. Well, Kiari's back. All right, so
back.
here's what we have.
I'm back.
So Kiari, what I would do now is we need to get this set up on the board,
Why did
and
you-
I'm not going to trim the ends.
Why did you go, well, Kiari's back and not Kate?
Well, because
She's
Kate was
right
already here. She never left. You
here.
left.
Yeah,
So Kate can't be back because she never left.
but she's back for this video.
She's back for the video. All right, so here's what I need you to do. There's a green scrubby right there. Okay.
Scrubby it.
Yep, I want you to scrubby.
Scrubby it.
Scrubby that.
Scrubby that.
Yes, scrubby that.
Scrubby.
Okay, go ahead and scrubby that, and I'm going to get our soldering set up. Why do I want you to use the scrubby on that?
So that we'll get more of the dirt off.
Well, in this case, yes, you want to get the dirt off, and you also want to give yourself a good surface. Okay?
Yeah.
Kate, will you move those wires, please? And move all this stuff so that I can get this up here. I guess let's do that. Let's get this out of here. All of this stuff. Let's see.
What do you want, Kiari's drawing?
We'll move those over to the bench over here so we can come back and use that as our reference.
Want me to go like this?
Not yet. Unless you, no, not yet. I'm gonna have to help you with that one. Okay. How's that looking, Carrie? Okay, when you scrubby this, hang on.
Sides.
Oh, you sure did, good. But when you do this with the scrubby, you want to go in one direction.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you kind of went in a lot of different directions.
I didn't try to.
I know. And these are just things that you learn. I mean, that's why we're doing this,
It's
right?
not comfortable sometimes in a certain spot.
Yeah.
Comfortable to stay in that position.
Yep, I agree. Okay, but see that? See now like how it's got a nice uniform look to it?
Look how dirty it is
Yeah,
now.
it is.
And
Okay,
clean.
go
Well,
upstairs
that's clean.
into
This is
that
dirty.
closet upstairs and get a roll of paper towels and bring them down, please. Okay, hang on. Okay, so watch out, baby. I'm gonna set up the soldering stuff right here. Yeah, let's do our soldering.
Like if you're stuck over here and your hands are too slippery, just grab this and pull yourself forward.
Woo, that could have been bad. About watered our pan here. Okay, hang on. What's there? Oh, a ball?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, hang on just a whoa, leave it. Or else it'll fall down and we'll never get it back out. There we go. Okay, so what we need to do first is we need to get your rainbow piece on here.
Okay.
Just use it, honey, come on, don't be a dingling. Good job. Now, what I would suggest that we do is let's do a boric acid wash on this.
Okay, I'll do
Okay,
it.
you wanna do it?
Where are the tweezers? Where did they go? Oh.
There, right there. There you go. So let's go ahead and do the boric acid wash on this one. So just use your tweezers, dip it in there. And then do you remember what we do with it next?
You hit it with the torch a little bit
We do. Why do we hit it with the torch?
so it's not so wet.
Correct. Welcome, Lori. It's good to have you here. That's okay. So go ahead and you can't get it all dipped in. Let go. Okay. So sometimes, and it's totally okay if you drop it in there and then
But you can't find it
there it is.
unless you do that.
There's always a way to find it, right? And that's actually the upside down way. So we'll flip this over.
Ew.
Yep.
A rub
All right.
on it.
Light it on fire.
Oh, you can see fire coming off of it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
So-
Well, on the camera it's hard, but here.
Go ahead and bring me a paper towel and then you can hang the rest of it up, please. All right,
I think
so
that got heated up a bit too
that's okay.
and dried up really fast.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. Okay, so we've got that part on now. Now, what do you need to do next? Thank you.
Is that like flux?
That is the flux. But before you flux, what do you need to do?
Solder?
Right. So,
Where's the solder?
well, before we solder, we've got to have things into
Oh,
place,
yeah.
right? So what we're going to do is we'll start to lay this out. Now, these are going to be kind of hard to solder into place because they're going to want to move. So guess what we're going to use?
What?
We're going to use the hummingbirds.
Hum, 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 hum.
Yeah. All right, so look, here's a hummingbird right
It's
here.
a hummingbird.
That one is a hummingbird, you're right.
Except it has 3 things.
It does. So we'll put one right there.
And then we need another one and put on the little one.
Yes.
Too.
Okay, do you like the spacing of that for the rainbow?
I think that's close
Let's see,
enough.
I'm going to see if I can get this camera on here a little bit better so you guys can see what we're doing.
That one just might need to be moved over a little bit.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
If you can get it too.
Well, we typically,
I think that's good right there.
you think it's good right there, but now we moved everything else. So let's see.
Well, yeah.
This is the part that's always hard.
That's good.
Is getting the layout.
You know, that's good.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get this guy right there.
I'm afraid that when you put the hummingbird on, it'll move the piece.
That's actually why we're using the hummingbird. What do you think about the inner one?
That was perfect.
You think so?
Yeah. Now that's better.
Okay, you like that?
That's perfect.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, even though it's not even on the two sides, that's fine because
Okay.
it's hard.
So what do you think about that? That good?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So now our solder, where did our solder go?
Uh-huh.
Right here. All right, baby, here you go. So what I want you to do is we're going to put a couple of pieces of solder on here. Now what's going to happen, because our wire sticks up. Oh man. Not necessarily. Go ahead and flux this. Okay. If things move, it's not a big deal. We may just have to rearrange how we do the hummingbirds. But go ahead and flux. Yeah, no, use this one's fine. This is fine.
Okay.
Do you want me to open this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid if I do.
Actually, you know what, Kate, go over. Oh, here it is. Let's use the paste flux.
Yeah,
now,
that might be.
Everybody is always asking me, you know, why would we use paste over liquid? And when would we use liquid over paste? And really, you could use one or the other. You don't have to have both. It's okay. It's okay. We will rearrange
As long
it.
as they get flux.
You know what? Here, use this part that's a little bit more liquidy. There we go. Go ahead and just flux. Yep. And then Kate is being an awesome big sister. She is pulling Kiari's hair back because, of course, if we've got long hair, we want to pull that back while we are doing our soldering, right? Okay, so I think what we need to do, instead of having one hummingbird on each one, I think maybe we need to do 2 on each one to really hold it down into place. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. And these are just things that you learn, right? So the stuff that we learn while we're doing this. Okay, good. I think everything is fluxed well. Yep, I think that looks fantastic. So let's do... You want to get up here? Yeah, right there. There you go. You got it. Okay, good. So what we're going to do...
That's good.
There we go. Okay.
That's
Is that good?
That's
okay.
good enough.
Is that where we want that?
People from Ohio. Hi to the people from California.
Hi, people from everywhere.
Tom says he does not have the hair problem because he has no hair.
Wait, what? Kurt?
No, Tom.
That's
He's
a pretty good reason.
No, is he
why
like
you go
Kurt?
Oh, is he like Kurt? Probably.
Kurt?
Kurt doesn't have much hair either, does he?
Wait, does he have even any?
Kurt? Yeah, Kurt has a little bit.
Oh, yeah. He has like kind of some. Like baby
He's got a full head of hair. What are you talking about?
It just is invisible.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Okay, so I think, like I said, I think maybe...
2 birds on each.
I think so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it moved just a little bit on us, didn't it? Yeah, I think 2 on each is probably a really good idea. You agree? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Now what you need to do, we just need to close this goose.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got this now where it is much better supported. Okay, so Kiari, on this one, because these rainbow arcs are actually a little bit bigger, I think we can lay our solder right onto it. Now, what I'm gonna do is let's dry this just a little bit.
So it doesn't bubble up.
Right, because look at all that bubbling that would have happened. Okay, so what phase did we take this into?
Powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar, good.
Powdered
Here you go. So here's a couple little pieces of solder.
Where should I put them?
All right, I think you should put this one, put it on, don't put anything in the middle. So only put it here on this side and then on the outside of the big one, okay?
There?
Yes, go ahead and lay it right there.
It's not like in the middle of the,
Yeah.
right here, no.
Yeah, don't do it in the middle because I think, so what I would do too, so we're using wire solder on this one.
Even though it's
And I would lay it right here just like this where it nestles in to
I'm
that.
afraid of putting the solder on because I'm afraid that it'll fall or mess up the wiring.
And you know what? I don't even think you need to worry about that because right now that flux is holding everything into place.
Oh, okay then.
So very carefully, I want you to put, like you could put one over here and one over here and maybe one here, here, and in there. But if you are not comfortable with it, let me know and I can help you with it. Okay? Good. Yes, there you go. And then if it doesn't stay, we can always get it a little bit wet with some flux and it will help it stay into place. Oh, you're doing perfect, Kiara. That's a great job. It's kind of a little tedious process, isn't it? Good, there you go. Nice. Now on this one, we are going to use a bigger torch. Now let's add just a little bit more solder on this outer one.
That's probably good.
Okay, so let's add one more piece up there. Just because it has, woo, slipped out of place.
Luckily, I found where it went and
Yeah.
it too.
Thank goodness, huh? All right, so we are going to use the big torch on this one. Why? Why do you think I want to use a big torch on
To
that?
get that solder to flow.
Yeah, this is a kind of a big piece.
Yeah.
Right, and we've got a lot of heat sinks right
which
here.
took forever.
Okay, so
Okay,
where's my clippy? Let me pull my hair back.
Do you just want me to move out of here?
You're okay, Kate. Okay.
I don't know what to do today.
I know, well, you're being a really good helper, so thank you for helping. I appreciate it. And we'll get your piece. When this goes into the pickle, honey, we will do yours. All right, so Kiara, come over here. Why don't you stand up and come here?
Yeah, that's
Okay. So where's, wait. We'll get your soldering pick. Look, here's your solder pick. Get your pick. There's your pick over there. Get your pick. Okay, so torch is in your left hand. Good. Yes, now we're just gonna come in and hang on, we're gonna be gentle about this because see, some of our solder has moved out of the way, so what we'll do is we'll just gently coax it back into place. See that?
Make sure to keep your torch going.
Yeah, keep the torch moving, right?
Yeah.
Very good, you are learning so good, honey.
And make sure there's nothing flammable around you.
Yes, we learned that one, didn't we? All right,
Yeah.
so now what phase are we going into with our
Brown
flux?
or what was
Maple.
it? Maple syrup.
Good, and then what's gonna happen
Look at
next?
that dirty bubbles. Yeah. They're gross.
What's gonna happen to them?
They're gonna go kaput.
Oh, look at that. See? Thank you, Glenda. Keep me on track. Hang on just a second. Let me get this solder to flow, and we will talk about paste versus liquid. See, I'm like this little, I'm like Kiari. We're ADD, and one little thing takes us off. All right, so now look at what we're heading into. What are we heading into? Clear.
Clear and glassy.
That's right. Here it goes.
Ooh, it's disappearing.
It is disappearing. So let's concentrate over here for just a sec. There it goes. It's starting to flow. See that?
Yeah.
And what we want to do is we want to watch because we want, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Pretty, pretty. All right, move this guy out of my way because our solder came out here and there. And move him, move them. And we got one more piece of solder right there that needs to go. And voila. Lovely job. Nicely done, baby.
Here, pick out.
Sorry, bonked you in the head.
It's green.
Okay, can you get it up? All right, very carefully, pickle that, or pickle, quench. Go ahead and put it in. Nice job. All right, so that actually went really, really well. So as you guys can see, you know, it takes, don't touch those. Are you okay? Actually, I think this is the part that's hot. I don't think, yeah, that one I don't think is hot, but it's hot down here. Just leave everything alone. Just leave it. Take that over and go put it into the pickle, please.
I'll take these balls too.
Okay, you take all that over. Okay, so I know, didn't she do such a good job? And you know, I held her hand while we were doing the torch, but she was the one doing the moving. So she's learned some pretty good torch control there too. So it's kind of exciting. I love that these girls are picking this stuff up. Okay, paste versus liquid flux. With those, you really could use either one because both of them are going to do the same thing. They're trying to keep that oxidation at bay from, you know, from the heat that when you're working that. It's okay, it's okay. And so I like paste on larger pieces because it stays a little bit longer. It doesn't burn off quite as quickly. So I will use liquid when I'm doing things like jump ring, or maybe I'm just soldering the bezel together, not when I'm putting the bezel on the back plate, but it just depends on how big my piece is. earlier when we got started with the girls, you guys saw that the girls were doing those little tube settings on some little hearts or little diamonds, little teardrops that I had cut out. And those, I would totally use liquid on that because that's such a small piece. I'm not going to need a whole ton of heat. But if I need a lot of heat, then I'm definitely going to jump over to my paste flux because it will stay around a little bit longer. So hopefully that answers that for you guys. And Glenda, thank you for pulling me back on track because I already moved past it and it was totally out of my mind. All right, so what's going to happen next on Kiari's piece is once it gets pickled, we'll bring it back, we'll trim the extra wires. That solder flowed all the way through, I saw it. So I don't have any question in my mind whatsoever that it flowed. So we're good there. Kate needs to work. Kate, do you have both the cupcake and the little part that's the bail?
They should just be right there.
Yeah, that's why I asked if you had them because I do not see them. So, and then what we'll do too, like I said, I don't see them here. I don't know where they went to. I don't know. Let me move this stuff out of our way real quick. Hang on. What's that?
They were right here.
You lost them. Did you move them back here? No, when we move things around. This is the part that's always fun in my studio is trying to find where you put thing last. I have no idea where they went, Kate. Where did it go?
I don't know because it was right there last.
Are you sure you didn't move them over to the welder? Because you were like, should I go weld this? You had it.
No, and I put it down.
Well, I didn't see you put it down here. Well, you keep looking for that and I will find, oh, there they are right there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put this back over on the phone. We are gonna come back over to the welder and she needs to weld this bail on. So I will show you guys what we're going to do for that. So let's come back over to here. Do you wanna bring the iPad? So we can see comments or anything. So we have the welder on here and it is not quite set up yet. Well, it's kind of, it's got silver as our setting. So let's see, go ahead and set that down right there.
There you guys are.
Thank you. Yep, this way we have. Okay, so what I need you to do is hand me your piece real quick. And let me show you how to get it all set up and stuff. Now, my little probe here, wow, why is that not coming off? There we go. So this little tungsten probe, you need to keep clean. And right now I can see that there's, not only is there this, it's just kind of like a dust is all that is, but I need to sharpen it. So what I'm gonna do, and I just keep this little Dremel right here, and it's got a little cutting disc. And I always just keep it right here next to the welder. It's dedicated to that. Is there a tornado?
Cotton tornado.
A cotton tornado? Yeah, oh my gosh. It looks like it's snowing and blizzarding outside right now. It's crazy. Okay, then on the welder itself, there has, for this electrode, it shows you kind of how far down this should be. So if I put this in here and I line it up, like, so I just bring this down here to the bottom of kind of this little,
It's kind of blown out.
what's that?
Because
Is it blown out?
Kind of blown out, so I'm coming to a different angle.
Yeah, so is that better?
Yeah.
Can you see that? So yeah, so you can see kind of this little electrode design right there.
Somebody put very good, Kiari.
A lot of them said, good job, Kiari. Kiari, it's looking good.
And they spelled my name right.
I know, they're all kind of getting used to you now, huh? Okay, so what I'm going to do, we need to create a circuit between the machine and our piece. So I'm just going to clamp onto this, and here on the back,
Down the left.
yep, so we can see, honey. So what we're gonna do is we are going to weld right here onto, can you even see what I'm doing? Kiara, any of that down?
Still pretty blown out.
Okay, let's come back here. No, just leave that alone for here. Bring it here. So we're gonna come over to here. And when we get into the section where it is blown out, just click on that blown out part and it will refocus and reset the stuff, okay? So what I'm going to do is we're gonna bring this in here. Holy cow, somebody messed with this. Hang on just a second. Let me get my machine set back up here. Okay. So I want to bring this in. Let's see, we want it to be like that. That's how we're gonna do this. And we're gonna put it right there. So I'm going to bring this in here. Oh man, I didn't turn my machine on yet. Hang on. Weld on. So
Beautiful computer.
yeah. So I needed to turn on the weld itself right there. Okay, so now we're ready to go.
Wait,
Okay. You ready?
still blown out, but
Is it? Did you click on it?
Yeah, I'm
Right where
clicking
it's
on
blown out? It is kind of hard right there with that. Okay. Now this is, I've got a tack weld, so it's tacked on there. Let's see, I'll pull it out of the light there. Is that better?
Yeah.
Notice that I've got a little bit of soot here now, and I can just clear this off. That is not a good join yet. It's a tack weld, but I need it to be more. So come up here, let me show you this. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna give it more energy. Right now it's only 23 watts. We're gonna jump this up to 55 watts. So I've doubled what I have energy-wise on this. And now I'm gonna come back in. There we go, that's much better weld. And I'm gonna come to a different position. Oh, that's lovely. That was a great weld. So what I'm gonna do now is clean this off. Here, is that better if I come over here? Now you have to be careful. This is a little fiberglass brush, and it puts all these little fiberglass slivers right here.
see 'em.
Oh, I know. They're tiny and they're lethal. They get into you and then you...
Invisible slivers?
They are the invisible slivers. Oh, that's a beautiful join. I think I'm gonna hit right there one more time. This side looks great. I'm going to bring, oh, my gas pressure's too low. Here, watch out. I turned off my gas. So let's open up.
setup.
This is a lovely setup. I love this setup. There we go.
I had a welder. Not practical for me, though.
It's not practical for a lot of people. Yes.
That's what somebody else put. A very cool tool.
Yeah, this is definitely not practical for a lot of people.
Why'd you get it then?
Because I'm me. Because I'm the queen of tools. All right, so what I'm gonna do is come back in here, and that's much better. And I'm just gonna smooth this out. I know it's probably all blown out for you guys, sorry.
I have to close my eyes so I don't get blinded.
Well, as long as you look through the camera, you'll be fine. Okay, and now we actually have a really, really good join here. And I will clean off the soot from our bezel and the front, and there's our piece. And Kate, I think we should just take this little bit right here, tip it up a little bit, and then you can hang it on your chain.
Yep,
What do you think?
it's good.
Okay, next time I will let you do the welding part. So, but this one was a little bit more complex, especially where we were doing it right up against the bezel and the stone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, Mommy, can you wash
there you go.
off the slivers?
The slivers, can you wash them off? Like off of your hands or off of the bench? On the bench, it just is
Like off of the piece.
off the piece. Yes, you can. You can just brush it off and dust it. All right, good job. All right, let's come back over here. Kiari, let's go check your piece in the pickle.
Okay.
You wanna go see what that looks like?
You can show them the beautiful art piece.
Oh yeah, go show them your beautiful art. Here, I'm gonna go over to the pickle and see.
Who remembers when we made this? Real art piece.
They can't hear you right now, honey. Sorry, I've got the mic on. All right.
You ask them who remembers it.
Okay, this is not done yet, so let's leave it back in here. Just leave everything there. Stop. Leave everything there. You want to come over here? All right. So yeah, so we were just looking at our piece here in the pickle. Watch out, Kiari, please. All right, so we were just looking at our piece, and it's not quite done. Almost. It's getting close. Oh, if I can get a hold of it. So you can see that we still have just a little bit there, kind of in those recesses.
Who remembers the art piece?
All right, there we go.
The early one.
I know, when we were trying out the hammers and texturing and stuff like that.
Early
Yeah.
arts.
Yes, early art. So we'll give that a couple more minutes. All right, so Kate, your piece is now completely finished. Well, actually, one thing that I would do, let's get back here. One thing I would do on your piece, Kate, is I would polish up the bail. Oh, you know what I should have had you do while we had this open or had the welder on? You could just turn it back on. And you can even leave it at that setting. Weld this ring closed right here. Because what we've done is we've just taken the wire and we've just looped it around so that it touches itself. So I would do that. Okay, so I would definitely do that part. All right, so other things that we need to do on Kiari's piece once it gets done is we are going to need to put in our tube settings. The other thing we're gonna have to do is make sure that those tube settings fit within those little ribs that we did on her piece.
Put this like right here.
Yeah, or down, yeah, down a little bit further even. Yes, there you go. Because you want to keep it away from that little electrode. And when that welder comes on, Kate, make sure you turn the welder on. Remember how I had to click that little button that said weld on?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so this is kind of fun. We are at about an hour and 20 minutes, so I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day for now. You guys have seen we've walked through the planning phase of Kiari's piece, got her on task a little bit, and then we've got her piece punched out. And oh, Kiari, it's time for your cello lesson. Hurry, go upstairs, run, run, run. Go get your cello ready. So we have to go, like totally have to go. So anyway, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go sign off because the cello teacher is calling right now. So let me sign off. We will be back tomorrow, 1:45 Mountain Time. And oh my goodness. So this is gonna be bad. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. We'll see you 1:45 Mountain Time.